almost knocked over the flag. He didn't even know. Well, thank you all for joining us. First of all, I just want to thank the presiding officers. I want to thank the legislators on both sides of the aisle for all of their hard work and their bipartisan cooperation over the past 90 days. I think it was a very successful session. We enacted the largest tax cut in state history, $1.45 billion in relief for struggling Maryland families and small businesses, emergency COVID relief programs. We enacted a budget that's fiscally responsible, record funding for our schools for the 7th year in a row, major investments in broadband and workforce development. And so today I'm very pleased to be signing with the presiding officer 66 bills into law, legislation that will preserve and expand telehealth and mental health services across the state, legislation to bring accountability and oversight.
Well, thank you, Mr. Governor, and thank you, Madam Speaker. Look, this was a historic, victorious session in many, many, many ways. We showed Marylanders that when it matters most, we come together and solve problems. From the very beginning, we started session by making sure that we could provide relief and historic funding to Marylanders who needed it most. And it was the House, the Senate, and the administration coming together to truly solve Marylanders' challenges. Moving forward, we passed the budget that the governor mentioned was economically sustainable, not only for this year, balanced, but for the next 2 years, we will have a structurally balanced budget. This will make Maryland stronger overall. We also had a historic stimulus. I think this is the first time ever that we had a $3.9 billion supplemental budget, which we are thankful to the Biden administration, to the folks in Congress, to our Maryland delegation, for bringing home money that Marylanders need to create jobs, to build the future, and to make sure that we are investing in our economy in a way that we can create jobs today to get Maryland building back stronger. We had some, we're going to be signing some really great bills today. I want to give a special shout out to our chairwoman, Dolores Kelly, who will be signing the Walter Lomax bill. This is a bill that Mr. Lomax actually testified for last year, and after the hearing had a cardiac event in the Senate building. And this was my first year as a presiding officer, and heard about it and went to go visit him in the hospital, and he was semi-lucid, but he did say, please try to get that bill done. But of course, with the pandemic, it was one of the bills that didn't quite make it across the finish line last year, but this year I'm so honored and thankful to the governor and to the House and my colleagues in the Senate that will be signing that bill into law today. So it was a year late, pandemic delayed, but this will be a very big victory. We're also going to be signing a bill in honor of Jamie Raskin's son, dealing with mental health crises and using our 211 system for Marylanders who are most in need. During this pandemic, we've seen the emotional toll that has been stricken on individuals given this situation. And this is going to be a bill honoring Jamie Raskin's son, who tragically passed away at the beginning of 2021. And in his honor, I feel very grateful to be here to be able to sign it into law. The governor mentioned telehealth and reforms for the Maryland Environmental Service. I do also want to give one final shout out to Senator Elfreth and Delegate Learman, who both had bills to create the Office of Statewide Broadband. We worked very closely with Governor Hogan and his administration, and as a result of these stimulus dollars, we'll be putting $300 million to expand broadband access across the state. Here in the state of Maryland, we come together to solve problems. We are going to treat broadband like a utility, like electricity, like roads. To compete in the 21st century, we need access to information. And so I do also want to give a special shout out to Kiefer Mitchell, who we just saw, who was the governor's right hand throughout and helped us navigate many, many challenging issues with a very historic time. So I want to thank the governor for passing Kiefer along to help us stay in touch, and this was a really, really great year. I just feel very honored to be in this position, to be able to work with my partners in government so that we can solve problems for Marylanders. Madam Speaker?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the Senate President President and the Governor for their cooperation and work. This session was unlike any other, and I believe that together we achieved more than any of us expected. I'm proud that we were able to do the people's work while keeping our members, staff, and public safe. I want to thank everyone who helped make that possible. It didn't happen by accident. The bills we're signing today are reflective of our priorities throughout this session: strengthening our health care, building infrastructure, promoting equity, providing justice, and helping businesses and families survive the pandemic. I believe this session is one that every Marylander can be proud of. We champion causes and pass meaningful policy across the political spectrum. It will go down as one of the most consequential sessions of the last 20 years. Now let's get these bills signed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
It's weird to not have anybody here.
I know. Well, it's kind of like the whole session, right? Yep.
House Bill 812, 211 Maryland, Mental Health Services Phone Call Program, the Thomas Bloom Raskin Act. Senate Bill 857 and House Bill 1280, Health, Maryland Behavioral Health System and Public Safety Center of Excellence establishment. House Bill 123 and Senate Bill 3, Preserve Telehealth Access Act of 2021. Senate Bill 2, Maryland Environmental Service Reform Act of 2021. Senate Bill 811, Unemployment Insurance, Computation of Earned Rate of Contribution, Applicable Table of Rates. Senate Bill 66, Department of Housing and Community Development, Office of Statewide Broadband, Digital Connectivity Act of 2021. House Bill 252, Sales Tax, Owner Occupied Residential Property. Senate Bill 14 and House Bill 742, Compensation to Individual Erroneously Convicted, Sentenced and Confined, the Walter Lomax Act. House Bill 790 and Senate Bill 598, Procurement, Office of Small, Minority, and Women Business Affairs, Small Business Reserve Program, and Veteran-Owned Small Business Enterprise Program. House Bill 1293, Senate Bill 783, Baltimore City, West North Avenue Development Authority. Senate Bill 666, House Bill 885, Courts of Appeals and Special Appeals renaming. House Bill 9, Family Law, Mandatory Reporter Training. House Bill 193, Senate Bill 484, Criminal Procedure, Victims of Crime, Private Room. House Bill 1182, Tax, Property, Sales Tax. Senate Bill 366 and House Bill 441, Department of Assessments and Taxation, Identification Number for Businesses, Task Force. Senate Bill 156, Public Safety, Law Enforcement, Veterinary Care of Retired Law Enforcement Canine Act. Senate Bill 365, Neighborhood Business Development Program, Food Desert Projects, Business Retention. House Bill 297, Maryland Lynching Truth and Reconciliation Commission, Reporting and Sunset Extension. House Bill 540, Senate Bill 139, Interstate Occupational Therapy Licensure Compact. House Bill 497, Property Tax Credit, Urban Agricultural Property, Repeal of Repayment Required. House Bill 905, Senate Bill 845, Education, Workforce Development Sequence Scholarships, Eligibility. I was trying to roll, Madam Speaker. It's a little easier on my end.